When we talk about a sacrifice being perfect and without blemish, we mean a number of things. Number one, it means that the sacrifice must be the best of their kind. In Genesis chapter 4, verse 4, it said, "And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect upon Abel and to his offering." We see from there that it was first to the person, Abel, before the offering. So it must be the best of his kind. Psalm 66, verse 15, it says, "I will offer unto thee burnt offerings of fatlings, with the incense of rams I will offer bullocks, even with goats." Selah. Number two, to be perfect and without blemish also means that it must be brought to the place appointed by God before it will be sacrificed. Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 5 to 7. It said, "But unto the place which the Lord your God shall choose out of all your tribes to put his name there, say, even unto his habitation shall ye seek, and thither thou shalt come, and thither thou shalt bring your burnt offerings and your sacrifices, and your tithes and heave offering of your hand, and your vows, and your free offerings, and the firstlings of your hares, and your flocks, and there ye shall eat before the Lord your God, and ye shall rejoice in all that ye put your hand unto, ye and your household, wherein the Lord thy God hath blessed thee." In 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 12, the Bible says, "And the Lord appeared to Solomon by night, and said unto him, I have heard thy prayer, and I have chosen this place to myself as an house of sacrifice." So God can choose a place, and he has chosen for them. They had to go there for it to be acceptable or considered blameless. Number three, to be perfect and without blemish also means the gift should be bound, that is tied even to the horns of the altar. In Psalm 118, verse 27, the Bible says, "God is the Lord, which hath showed us light. Say, bind the sacrifice with cords, even unto the horns of the altar." Number four, to be perfect and without blemish also means that the gift should be salted with salt. That is, salt should be applied even to it for preservation or for giving it a sweet taste. So Leviticus chapter 2, verse 13, he said, "And every oblation of thy meat offering shalt thou season with salt. Say, neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God, even to be lacking from the meat offering. With all thy offering, say, thou shalt offer salt." In Mark chapter 9, verse 49, the Bible says, "For every one shall be salted with fire, and every sacrifice shall be salted, even with salt." Number five, to be perfect and without blemish also means that it should be consumed by fire from heaven, as this was often the case. Leviticus chapter 9, verse 24, it says, "And there came a fire out from before the Lord, and consumed upon the altar the burnt offering and the fat, which when all the people saw, they shouted and fell on their faces." In 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 38, the Bible says, "Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice and the wood and the stones and the dust, and licked up even the water that was in the trench." He's talking about Elijah, because that was what he did. And because it was accepted before God, fire came down. 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 1, it says, "Now when Solomon had made an end of praying, the fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offerings and the sacrifices, and the glory of the Lord filled the house." It was showing that it was accepted before God. Number six, to be perfect and without blemish also means that it should be free from living, except for thanksgiving sacrifice. In Exodus 23, verse 18, it said, "Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with living bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning." Leviticus chapter 7, verse 13, it says, "Besides the cake, say, he shall offer for his offering leavened bread with the sacrifice of thanksgiving of his peace offering."